How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about something that's been on my mind for quite a bit of time here, and that is how some conservatives have a very high level of respect and admiration for 2020 Democratic presidential hopeful Tulsi Gabbard. I just don't understand what the big deal is. I don't see the hype. I don't really know what's going on, but before I get into it, let me back up a little bit here to explain what's happening so you understand my particular viewpoint and you get some context into the whole situation. Now, like I said, Tulsi Gabbard, the representative from Hawaii, is a 2020 Democratic presidential hopeful. A lot of conservatives see her as the one that has sense. She is, not as crazy, far leftist as everybody else, but I just don't see how that assertion can be made. The main thing about Tulsi that she keeps pushing is this whole anti-war stance. I'm against, foreign wars and funding the wars, is that and the third. That's pretty interesting that she has that point of view, considering that she is on the CFR, the Council on Foreign Relations, who are very well known for being warmongers. It's also interesting because when Donald Trump pulled troops out of Northern Syria about 2 months or so back, she was against it, talking about my Kurds, you're betraying my Kurds. So if you are on the CFR in the military, which does not necessarily mean you are pro or anti-war, but I'm just saying in the military on the CFR, and when Trump pulled troops out, you're getting upset. I'm not really sure if you are that much against foreign war. I've not seen anybody on stage say that they are proponents of foreign war. In my humble opinion, from what I've been able to see, what she has displayed, she's not any more anti-war than anybody else on stage in the Democratic side of things. So why do we act like she's different? And let's talk about other policies, because let's be clear, she's running as a Democrat, not a libertarian, not some other kind of independent, a Democrat. What is her stance on gun control? She wants gun control. Okay. Abortion. She's a proponent of abortion. She may say, after a certain amount of weeks, but she's not one of us where she say that abortion is a bad thing, life conception. Like, she's not that kind of individual. She's like a standard Democrat. She's not one of these crazy far leftists that are just out there in the world who are not running for president that said that you can have a baby be aborted up until the point of birth. She's not saying anything crazy like that. But she is a proponent of abortion. So you're against gun rights. You're against the rights of the unborn. You're not necessarily an anti-war person. How do you feel about impeachment? There was this whole hubbub made when she voted, quote unquote, present when it came time for her to vote. Because remember, she is in the House. She's a House rep from Hawaii. So she was able to vote on the impeachment that is supposed to go to the Senate. Nancy Pelosi is holding that hostage right now. So technically Trump is not really impeached until the articles go to the Senate, but different story. I digress. The whole point is that rather than voting yay or nay on the impeachment articles going to the Senate, she voted present, which is basically like not voting. Now, Donald Trump gave her respect for that. Say, hey, you're doing a good job. We appreciate that. You took a pass on this when you didn't vote. What's a shame is that. And the third, other people have praised her for voting present and not voting one way or the other, just being neutral. Personally, I give her no praise. And the main reason why is because, number one, you are an elected official. The people elected you to go out there and make decisions for them. So if you're going to just vote present and not make a decision one way or the other, what are you really there for? If you were to become the president, can you do that when you're in office? If they say, hey, President Gabbard, do you want to bomb North Korea, yay or nay? You'd be like, oh, well, I don't know. What do you want to do? Are you a girlfriend going to the movies in high school, or are you trying to be the president? But again, I'll move on. I did not respect that move at all. I know some did, the president did, but that's why I disagree. If you're trying to become the president, you got to make tough decisions. So I did not like that move. But the president gave her his props. He said, hey, good job, we appreciate it. But then she came on TV and said that the president is unfit for office. So you vote present, but then you say he's not fit for office. And before you said he's not fit for office, and before you voted president, as far as the articles of impeachment going to the Senate, you voted for the impeachment inquiry. Nothing has been revealed from the point of the impeachment inquiry to now where the articles go to the Senate. So why would you vote one way to begin with and a different way to end? I mean, you've not really changed the way that you are. What I see in Tulsi Gabbard is a decent looking woman that is a politician. So for a politician, she looks above average. And I think that is what's driving a lot of this. I mean, that's just my humble opinion. Take it or leave it. It's just my humble opinion. That's what I see a lot. Okay. You can call me sexist, misogynistic, racist. I really don't care what other obic over-ish you lay at my feet. I'm just calling it how I see it. But again, I move on. I don't see anything new here. I don't see a person that could be like a third party or independent, because that's one thing I'm seeing, or I'm kind of sensing that she could try to do a third party run, but I don't really see a third party person. I see a Democrat through and through. I don't see anything policy wise that she differs on from just your regular everyday Democrat. I mean, to me, she's the same as a Pocahontas or Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden, anybody else. I don't see a difference. She's not like a Ron Paul or even a Rand Paul. Rand Paul is a Republican, but a libertarian, truly. And his father, Ron, is most certainly a libertarian, a true libertarian. See, I can respect a person that has a particular political point of view and the way they think, and they stick to it, versus a person like Tulsi Gabbard that purports himself to be one kind of way, but it ain't really that. You're trying to be like this outsider and you're just attacked by the Democratic Party. The truth is you're the same as them. I feel like this is kind of a plan. It could be set this way to make her look more appealing. You got a bunch of old crotchety people on stage that have been in DC for the past 1,000 years. Here comes Tulsi Gabbard, a relatively young politician-wise, relatively first face, again, politician-wise, coming in there saying things that appear to the average person to be a little bit slightly different. But at the end of the day, it is the exact same. If anybody disagrees with me, it's all good. I want to hear your viewpoints in the comments. What has she said that is much different than any Democrats? The main thing would be that she's anti-war. But how are you going to be anti-war while being on the Council on Foreign Relations right now actively and being against Donald Trump removing troops from Northern Syria, talking about my Kurds? This whole Kurds talk is the same kind of talk I hear from warmongers. So how are you any different than a warmonger, or at best a person that is for war whenever it calls for it? You know, if North Korea or Iran or somebody were to attack or to get a little aggressive over there where they are, what are you going to do? I don't know. What are you going to do? You know, are you going to do that? Or are you going to say yay? Or are you going to say nay? That's what I want to know. If you're able to answer those questions and lay out a real case why you are not left or right, I could appreciate that more. Would I vote for you? No, still. But I could still respect what you got going on. As of right now, I see through this whole wool you're pulling over our eyes as American citizens. You're the same as everybody else on stage in the Democratic side of things. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that Tulsi Gabbard is different than the rest of the 2020 Democratic presidential hopefuls running right now? If yay, let me know why in the comments below. If nay, let me know why in the comments below. Do you think that I'm correct, that she's the same? It's not really, I really don't see a big difference. The whole anti-war thing, I can't even really tell if that's true or false. I see a typical Democrat just in a different skin. Personally, I don't care how you look. You could look like Miss America. You could look like Hillary Clinton. If you have the right policies and the right ability to lead, then I'm with you. To me, all that matters is your decision-making process and your ability to get these things done. Your tenacity, your dedication, your willfulness to serve. How you look, to me, in this particular situation, is totally irrelevant. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.